Today I wanted to talk about social anxiety, or just anxiety in general, because I deal with anxiety, and it gets pretty bad sometimes. I don't know where. I think where anxiety started for me was it was when I started homeschool after freshman year of high school. So I did 1 year of normal high school, just public high school. After that, I started homeschool. And when you're homeschooled, you tend to have a lot of free time, like a lot of free time. And I was pretty diligent with my work as far as school goes. I got it done pretty quick. So I had a lot of free time, okay? And 3 years of homeschool, 3 years of a ton of free time, and 3 years of a lot of boredom, okay? The boredom, it really did something to my brain, I think. When you're bored and you don't have enough things to do, um, it can form a lot of anxiety from just not doing a lot of things in general. So I was always bored, and it made me stress a lot. Like, I don't know the science behind anxiety and how things like that start, but I know for a fact my anxiety was through the roof sometimes, and not just sometimes. Like, I still deal with a lot of anxiety and social isolation from how my brain is right now because of how much free time I had. And all that free time, it led to a lot of mental issues. Not like depression or anything. It's just I get so anxious sometimes over anything too. And sometimes I don't know how to deal with it. It just loops and loops and loops in my mind for a long time. Um, and it's kind of crazy to think about that some people out there just don't deal with this. Like, they get stressed over a test, they get stressed over getting their driver's license or studying for something or work. But I get anxious over the smallest things. And I get anxious over things that I definitely shouldn't get anxious about. And it really bothers me sometimes to think that a lot of people just don't deal with this like I do. And I can't help but think that if I didn't do homeschool and I just stuck with going to normal school, like in person and everything like that, my brain wouldn't be as messed up as it is right now. And that won't leave my mind. I just constantly think if I stayed in normal school, I would not be anxious about the new job that I have coming up, and I would not be anxious about driving, and I would not be anxious about seeing old friends, and I wouldn't be anxious about even going to church or responding back to that message that I got. And it's really taken a hold of my brain. It's really strange, and it's really hard to describe, but if anyone relates to this, then let me know how you deal with all of the stress and anxiety and stuff like that, because I'm still in the process of figuring out what to do when I feel this way, because it's really difficult, to be honest. The most difficult part for me is thinking about how a lot of people just don't deal with this, you know? Like, they get stressed sometimes, but not to my level of just constant looping in my mind about the things I have to get done, or just stressing about the future in general. I literally stress about the future, like, so often, just thinking about how I'm gonna survive in this world and how I'm gonna have to work for the rest of my life to do this and that, and having a family and meeting people, and it just never ends. The overthinking and stressing and self-isolation, it just never goes away. And I'm just wondering if this is something that I'm going to be dealing with for the rest of my life, or it's just going to fizzle out eventually. I don't know. I never had problems talking to people, you know? Like, once I'm there, I'm there, you know? And if I need to talk to someone or explain something to someone and talk something through with someone, I'm all good for that. I actually excel at talking to people, if that makes sense. Strange considering I have all this anxiety, but I'm very good at talking to people, so that's not my issue. But it's just the thoughts in my mind. And I know it all stems from too much free time and not doing enough things, not enough activities to keep my brain good, I guess, because it's just weird. It weirds me out, and it makes me wonder if I'm normal, because I don't know if I'm normal or not. And it already is weird enough that I'm posting all this to YouTube, because people already think I'm weird for posting videos and all that. And going on a little side tangent, I guess, but people still don't understand the whole social media thing and how I post like this. They don't understand that I get paid from TikTok. They don't think it's a real thing when it is in fact a real thing. And see, this is me just thinking out loud right now, just overthinking all this and that about what people think when I shouldn't. I already made a video about this, about how you shouldn't care about what people are thinking about you, because at the end of the day it doesn't matter, right? Okay, but yes, if anyone has anxiety, or so they isolate themselves, they don't talk to people, have no friends, this is the page for you, because I just so happen to be autistically all like this from homeschool messing up my brain. So I'll make another video tomorrow talking about whatever I feel like. But yeah, yeah, that's the video.